Great. Now, please be patient with me, but is there a book that comes closest to summarizing the entire Old Testament?
Nick, perhaps a book that summarizes the entire Old Testament and what we've been saying all along in this course. In fact, a book that is at the theological center and the historical center of the entire revelation in the Old Testament would be the book of Exodus. Already in our discussion on typology, we used Exodus in a major way. We saw in our discussion of the giving of Torah in chapter 20, the Ten Commandments. We saw prior to that in Exodus chapter 19, the paradigmatic epiphany and theophany of Yahweh, who comes to dwell on mountains and shows that in terms of lightning and cloud and the shaking of the earth and the blast of the trumpet. We saw how God wants to dwell with people in the building of the tabernacle in the second part of the book of Exodus. And indeed, the core of the book is God's deliverance of His people from the chains and shackles of slavery and bondage in Exodus 14 and the celebration of that in Exodus 15. I would encourage you, Nick, that as you continue to look and study and read the Old Testament, that you allow the book of Exodus to be the Mount Everest, the pivotal, foundational book that declares, indeed, the entire